guys! Okay, I'm finally getting around to another tutorial today, and I hope you guys like. This is going to be the finished look. We're going to do a really fun glowy spring look with the TEMPTU airbrush machine. I'm going to tell you the colors that I'm using really quick in case any of that gets fast forward or anything, but just so you have, I don't know, just a quick reminder. I'm using obviously the primer base, and I'm using the TEMPTU concealer. My color is 102 Porcelain. The foundation color that I'm going to use today is 003 Warm Ivory. I use that all over my face. And then the duo pack that's going to be for this spring look today is going to be the Blushing Coral Blush. Yes, right, red, it's exciting, but it's really cute on. And it's in my gun right now. The gold highlighter. And then the bronzer that I use is just their normal color bronzer. So it's super simple, easy. You can do it really quick. Follow along with me. I'm going to try to fast forward through some parts, but the gun's really easy to use. You'll see you just connect each pod and it takes like a second, if that. I'll show you quick and easy eyeshadow, and yeah, we will go from there. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial, and you'll hear me talk and stutter through it like normally, but thanks for following, and enjoy the spring airbrushed TEMPTU look. Right here, your primer. You just open it, squeeze a little bit out. I don't know if you can see that coming out, and then lock it. You're just going to put it throughout your entire face. Okay, now what I'm going to use, my first tutorial I used a lighter shade of foundation, but I've actually found that this one matches my skin much better. It is the Warm Ivory 003. Yes. And this is the base color that I'm going to use all over my face. Sorry if I'm looking back and forth. I just have a mirror here, so I'm trying to get it good for you guys so you can see everything that I'm doing. And yeah, always make sure you shake up your airbrush makeup really well before you use it. We have this, like you've seen, you just take off the back part, unplug this right here, and then you're just going to plug it right in. Okay, I'm just going to turn on my machine. If you haven't seen the TEMPTU airbrush machine before, this is what it looks like. Yes, there's a button right on top to turn it on. I just keep my dial, there's a little mark, horizontal line. That's where I keep it for everything that I airbrush pretty much. Okay, so in that spot, you should hear it kind of come out a little bit, and you should be able to feel it. I just slowly circle across my entire face. And at first it might not seem like it's showing up as much, but I promise that it is. And right now, I'm just going to do the outside just a little bit. Okay. And we're going to conceal just those spots before we finish, right underneath my eye, just a little bit. And this is using the TEMPTU concealer, and this is number 102 Porcelain. Just going to get those spots that I want to highlight and be a little bit brighter. And you really just need just a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to finish airbrushing just a little bit more to make sure I don't have any lines from the concealer just around that area. Okay, so now you'll see the color, it kind of gradually starts to show more and more as your makeup starts to set in. Before I do anything else, any of the blush or highlighter or bronzer or any of that, this is just the order I like to do it in. I don't know if it's exactly how you're supposed to, whatever, but this is how I found works best for my face, and I like how the color shows up best. I'm just going to use the TEMPTU powder. You just need a tiny bit on the powder brush, and it goes a really long ways. Just pat it throughout your entire face. And then you should be good. It just mattifies that airbrush just a little bit so that it, I don't know, I feel like it stays on better and will stay on longer. The color that I used was the One Light of the powder. Okay, so next, my next step that I like to do is the blush. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like crazy red, like you're gonna put this red cheek on. But this is also why I like to do it before I do my bronzer or my highlighter, because I feel like if you get a little bit too much, you can even it out really well with your bronzer and highlighter. I just shake it up a little bit. Again, you just unplug it right here, put it in. Okay, and I'm just gonna do right at the apples of my cheek. And this tends to show up quicker than your foundation, so just be aware of that, that obviously it's a bright color, so it's gonna show up quicker. Okay, so right now it looks pretty, you know, harsh. I have the doll cheeks, but I love the color. Next, what we're gonna do is the bronzer. And then I'm gonna do this almost as if I would contour my face with this highlight, or with this bronzer, just where the sun would hit you on your cheeks, around your forehead, a little bit on my nose, and then on my chin. Okay, so right now, you'll see it looks a little bit harsh lines, but in the end, when we're all done, I promise it evens out really well, and it gives you like that perfect, really glowy summer look. Okay, so next I'm gonna do my highlighter, and that is the color that I'm using, gold, today. This is my new favorite highlighter color. It like gives that whole face, like it gives it that really shimmery glow, I don't know, tan look, and I've been using it a bunch, and I use it on my lips, and I use it on just my cheeks right here. Then if you want, you can do a little bit down your nose. Of the gold, I don't do it quite as much down my nose. The champagne I will more. And then I'm just going to do it a little bit on my lips. Okay, now, as you can see, it's all just a little bit shimmery and needs to be blended in a tiny bit. So I know even though I did my powder, I did it after my foundation. I'm going to do just a tiny bit more now over the top to blend it in really well. And see how it just like keeps that glow, but the powder with them is amazing. It finishes off the whole look really well. And if you want the super dewy, glowy look, you don't have to use the powder in the end at all. But I like to just soften the lines just a little bit, and then, I don't know, I feel like I still have that bronze and glow, but it's not quite as harsh. Just to finish off this look, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked palette, and the only color I'm using with this today is the Venice, is that lightest one right here, because we're going to go with a really gold eye as well. So I'm just going to do a little under my eye and pretty much all over down to my eyelid. So once I have that, okay, I promise I've had so many questions about this summer palette by Victoria's Secret that I've used for like over a year now, and I know it's not available, so I promise I'm going to find a gold that is similar and that I love. But this is the gold color that I will always use for when I have a gold eyeshadow. I'm just going to put this on my eyelid. Okay, and then just in my crease, just a little bit, I'm actually going to blend a tiny bit of this brown and purple shimmers. So if you have similar colors to this, just try to go along with that same look. We're just going to put that in our crease just a little to give us that little bit of purple, but not too much. And then sometimes to get a little bit darker of the purple right in, I'll use my smaller brush, and I'm only using the purple right here and getting it right in there. Just right in your crease. Okay, then once I'm done with that, I just use my bigger eyeshadow brush. It's the airbrush crease, but I like to just blend it with that just a little. Okay, and then next I'm going to show you my brows, because I can't really show you my liner. All I'm going to use today, because I have eyelash extensions right now, is I'm just going to use a liquid eyeliner and just an easy straight line, not a thick line or anything for this bronze look. You don't want the eyeliner to pop too much, just be simple. But for the brows, I'm just going to use my trusty Brow Bar to Go. This is by Whitening Lightning. I can give you a link to that. And I just use this middle color. Just going to use like a eyeliner eyebrow brush to just, I have pretty thick and bushy eyebrows, but I want to just give them a little bit more of a shape. I'm going to square them off just a little bit more. Okay, and then to just get that to hold, all I'm going to use is my, it's really cheap, but I love it, it works well, is the Ulta Brow Gel. This is just going to help it stay in place. If you want to mess him up just a little bit like I'm doing, that's how I prefer mine. Okay, and that's as simple as the brows go. I'm going to go out, I'll put my eyeliner on. Okay, so just a simple line to make them pop just a little. I'm not going to use mascara just because I have my extensions, which I had not had my extensions for like, oh, when was it? Since November, because the smell made me really sick when I was first pregnant, so I stopped getting them for a while. But I decided to go back. I went back like, what was it, 2 weeks ago, and I love them again, and I'm addicted all over again. If you want to do another little touch-up of your highlighter on your cheeks, you totally can, or on your lips, or whatever, that gold, if you want it to be a little bit more shimmery, that's great. I put the gold highlighter on my lips, as you could see. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of gloss over it, and this is, you can honestly use any gloss. This is just the Estee Lauder Pure Color gloss. I'm just going to dab it over the gold just a little bit. Lips, as you can see, you can still see the gold in there highlighting my lips, but just gives you a little bit of color. You can do, like I said, it'd be fun, I think, to do the pop of red lip since you have that pop of blush as well. But today we just went for the really glowy, full spring look. Yeah, so it's super easy. The airbrush system is way quick, as you can see. It made my life easier. It may take a time or two to get used to it, but I promise once you get used to it, it will make your life so much easier. And touch-ups throughout the day, if you need to do them at all, Like if I do my makeup in the morning at like 7 or 8 and then I'm going out to dinner with my hubs or something at night, I'll maybe touch up a tiny bit of the highlighter or blush or whatever, but usually it all stays on really good. So yeah, the duo pack that I used today, the main color part, was the blushing coral, and then, sorry, it's still on my gun, but the gold highlighter. So I hope you guys like, and I'm sorry it took me some time to get to another tutorial, but I promise there will be another one soon, including another TEMPTU look, and there will be a giveaway soon and fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you like the look and you can try it out, have a little bronzed, glowing spring look. And yeah, thanks for watching, following, all your sweet comments. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye!